All agencies gonna die soon. Why bother founding another? I'm not going to give you a long backstory or a deep dive into my CV. I just wanted to briefly explain the why behind my work. If you'd like to learn more about my professional background, I've included those details at the very end of the video. Let's get into it. I worked with so many agencies in Switzerland, and almost every time we ended up paying more than initially agreed upon, and they still underdelivered. They wanted to put their own art into the project, and it was inefficient too. Many people and too slow. And I always said to myself, I can do that better. I always overdeliver, I'm always efficient, I always keep the budget in space. That's why I created easy packaged offers with transparent pricing so you know exactly what you will get. A clear communication from the beginning through the whole partnership is the most important thing. Unspoken expectations are premeditated disappointments. And don't get me wrong, there are really good agencies out there too. Just don't invest heavy in the first one you work with. Try things out and see which one suits you best. That's why so many agencies exist in the first place. They don't stick. Also, a big why for me was the experience matters too. A lot actually. Especially when filming or shooting content together. The real vibe has to be there. Otherwise, you will spend the whole day with people you feel a little off with. And exactly like that, you will most probably feel when you look at the first draft of that exact shooting day too. That's why, and this should get me an award for best transitions, I built Studio Hanselmann here in St. Gallen, just 7 minutes walk from the train station. I built this because it's exactly what was missing from the St. Gallen scene and the agency world. It's the ultimate creative hub. Specialty coffee, refreshing drinks, and herbal teas for every mood. We even got a podcast table ready to go and a 100-inch screen for deep dive content sessions and meetings and workshops. Everything and a lot more on 164 square meters. Why? Because while AI might take over the technical groundwork of agencies, it can't recreate the magic of human connections or high-level execution. This is where those experiences happen. It feels authentic and relatable. And now you probably think, how does Studio Hanselmann work? We bundled a lean, high-efficient team of freelancers based right here in Eastern Switzerland. Together, we create stunning campaigns that are effective for your audience and efficient for your budget. We keep our communication tight and use genuine empathy to pin down exactly what your clients need. By forcing on results over fluff, we help companies gain more than just visibility. We drive cash flow and growth, those things that actually matters the most. How exactly do we make that happen? We work very lean and gather local expertise. We operate as a highly efficient, hand-picked network of freelancers and professionals based in Eastern Switzerland. You get the top-tier quality without the bloated agency overhead, ensuring your budget is invested entirely into stunning, effective campaigns. We love communication. That's why it has to be very effective. We respect your time. Our communication is tight, direct, and transparent. By using genuine empathy to truly understand your target audience, we cut through the noise and deliver exactly what your clients need to see. With real ROI and not just vanity metrics, we don't just create pretty content. Together, we build assets that work in front of your dream target group. Our streamlined processes are designed to generate real business results and not just win followers and likes. For higher visibility, a stronger market presence, and most importantly, more cash flow and tangible growth you can feel. This agency is the solution if you're struggling to get the results you need and aren't sure how to bridge the gap. If you're short on time or resources, we provide immediate relief. We combine a fast, effective approach with genuine empathy to deliver exactly what you're looking for. What exactly do we deliver? Studio Hanselmann is the dedicated creative solution for businesses that need better outcomes but lack the time, in-house resources, or strategic direction to achieve them. We deliver strategic clarity. If you know what you want to accomplish but you don't know how to get there, we provide the roadmap. We translate your business goals into visual campaigns that actually work. With immediate relief and execution, we take the creative burden completely off of your shoulders through highly efficient formats like our corporate content days or ongoing retainers. We deliver high-end assets fast, saving you time, money, and hassle, so you can use your precious resources on other topics. Empathic precision is our mantra. We listen before we shoot. By combining deep empathy for your brand's unique needs with fast, effective production, we ensure you get exactly the results you want, without the friction. That's Studio Hanselmann. Feel free to visit and get a look for yourself. As you might know now, free drinks are awaiting you here. If you want to know more about me, just keep watching this video. For me, it really started around 2016. I photographed my very first wedding, and it felt like cheating in GTA San Andreas because it was actually so much fun. And I wasn't used to having fun at work. I finished my apprenticeship in 2013 in Grabs as a plant and equipment constructor. I was completely out of place there. Still, I worked my way up from being completely clueless with two left hands and becoming a pretty decent employee. But as I said, I never really enjoyed it on most days. The atmosphere was toxic, not just because of the melting aluminum during welding, but also because the workshop staff consisted entirely of white old men. I didn't want to end up like that. I knew very early on that I had to move away from there. So St. Gallen called me. In between, I captured many weddings and grew a small community around my food blog, which is now called Weinbegleitung. I completed my marketing specialist with Federal Diploma of Higher Education and the Digital Marketing Manager in 2021. One of the rare times where school was very relaxed because I was ahead of the time and almost knew everything already. And that was entirely thanks to jobs at Nikin as social media manager and later as head of social media and as content manager at Migros. Both were so much fun. I had a blast whilst working there with super nice and talented people. And as a crazy side note, almost everyone on the former team at Nikin built their own thing now, which is very fantastic to see. A few years later, I was introduced to the tech company Huber & Suhner. I quickly could relate with a lot of people there because most of them, like me, started in a workshop and worked with their hands. Now we all evolved into little keyboard warriors. At the peak of AI, I was in the midst of it. Data centers grew like weed out of nothing. Huber Suhner helped not only with that. 5G and other trendy tech types were also part of the game. Fun times. And the funny thing is, all these companies I worked for and freelanced for had the same issues. Not enough marketing budget, too little resources, lack of overlapping strategies, and long-time view on content marketing, and even the know-how how to start content marketing successfully and efficient. I set system into place to make sure even after I was gone, the systems would still grant success. That means finding and hiring hungry people. Write down all the steps of the system in simple short sentences so future hires could implement them and start directly and quickly. Also a small side quest which made me good at understanding employee campaigns together with HR, and that's really cool. We never had a job offer longer online than 2 weeks. That's actually amazing. But the very first thing at every company was getting to know the brand from inside and outside. Show empathy towards both sides and also get to know the needs of both sides. Often they are not the same. Shareholders want to see secure content that's in alignment with the corporate values. The consumer, on the other side, wants an authentic view of what's really going on. And some fun whilst doing it. So it's a fine line between entertaining, educating, and building trust. After doing that several times now, I can confidently say I'm pretty good at that. Sometimes I overshoot a little in the eyes of the shareholders in being risky with communication. But in all cases, the numbers underlined that I was right. High risks always lead to more outcome. If you fail, the internet forgets fast. I became so confident in me and my network that I built this exact studio. I envisioned my dreams. And I'm not overdoing it when I say I poured my whole soul into this. But see for yourself, if you in St. Gallen or all over the world, have a look, go to my website or step into my studio.